Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we are live, and it is transfer deadline day. And I thought I would get the shirt and the tie back out. We did this for the last transfer window. It went down like a house on fire, or I don't think that's the saying, but it went down very well. You guys all seem to enjoy it. And I thought, let's crack it back out again. We're on the wrong mic. This system has been gremlining up the mics. So that should be us back square and on the right one. So thanks very much, Charlie, for the catch there. And good to see you all jumping in live and loud. And the transfer deadline day is normally, well, I'm saying normally as if it's not doing that now, but it normally does wreak havoc on Sorare galleries and collections all over the place. But it feels like this is a window where there might actually be opportunity arising depending on what your strategy is, what budget you're playing with, and what leagues you're looking to target. Drop the fist bumps on arrival into the chat, smash the like button. We'll be here for probably the thick end of 2 hours as we go through everything as we run up to the deadline in England. I think is it 6, 7 o'clock? And would you cry it for Scotland? It's 11 o'clock tonight. So I'll definitely be doing something later almost certainly we'll be doing something later tonight. And but yeah, so anyway, stay tuned for all that. Hit the like button, jump into the live chat, and let me know what transfers have been going on that have made an improvement to your gallery, or maybe have undermined a strategy you had up and going. And we'll try and follow all the developments that are kind of shaking out. Now, when we did this last time, it was off the back of like a series where we were keeping up to date with all the transfers of the week throughout the transfer window. And we were kind of referring to FootMob, just to see all the different ones that were coming in, and we could just do it in increments, just see the new ones that came through. Obviously, we've not done that this time around, so we've got a wee bit of a bird's eye overview of the window overall coming into this one. We've got the completion of the deal for Arakadore to Genk from Wolves, so we have a Premier League migration there, which is a bit of fun to see. There's a lot of headlines coming out of the English Premier League for transfers today anyway, especially with it being that time of the year. But there's transfers everywhere. You know, for me, one of the big ones today was 2 seconds. Was Kasper Dolberg moving to Celtic? Which looks like it's been hijacked now. Looks like Ajax have jumped a march on Celtic, and they're going to be bringing back one of their own back to Amsterdam. Kasper Dolberg, I'm pretty sure, is an academy graduate of them. We see David Strelic moving to Middlesbrough. That's another one that's been kind of in the background there. But a lot of the headlines that have been coming out of the Premier League today certainly is off the back of the move of Johan Wissa to Newcastle. We've also had Alexander Isak's move complete into Liverpool, and we're now starting to see the dominoes fall everywhere else, where Nick Waldemada also going to Newcastle. Stuttgart have signed Oh Sung-gyu, and yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of that today, especially with the English window closing when it does. I think there'll be some opportunistic transfers kind of coming out here, there, and everywhere. So, yeah, let me know what you're catching up with. Oh, wow. Oh, no, that's an old one. But yeah, good afternoon to you all. Good to see you all. And let me catch up with the chat. Fist bumps on arrival. Charlie's driving Sula away. And I did see that Yavi Galan to Nottingham Forest is an interesting one, because he's good in that. But I think he's shown that Atletico Madrid, he's not got that upper level left back game, you know, where being at a team expected to be fighting in the Champions League and high in the table domestically. Galan is kind of showing physically he's not really got all that going on. And we've also had Emi Martinez's saga kind of wind to an end today as well, with him signing a contract extension at Aston Villa. We've also seen Donnarumma go to Man City, and it looks like we're going to see Ederson move to Fenner eventually. Gillert, too, is a little in-season guy I picked up because he was linked to Celtic for 2 minutes. He's went to Southampton, so who am I hoping for at Celtic? Really, at this point, mate, it is going to be a car crash, because we are very much at the mercy of other transfer. Oh, we've just had some deals happen here. We've had Ian Addis going to Sporting Lisbon. He had a really big reputation at Panathinaikos, 22 million euros for that. Is he a corner harder replacement? Is he about to leave for Leipzig? And obviously they've lost Gyökeres in this window. But Ian Addis, he had a big reputation. Some Premier League teams were sniffing around him. Sporting Lisbon, that could be a really great Gyökeres replacement. Let's look forward to see his cards come out. Yilmaz has went back to Napoli, which was on screen earlier, but just thought I would kind of say it just now. Did anything else on this page jump out? But yeah, I think we're waiting for those breaking kind of moves and deals. Some of these ones have been done, and we kind of know a little bit about some of them anyway. But it was nice to see the little page refresh there and update. We've also had Yangel Herrera move to Sociedad, so now we've got the absolute dream midfield of Yangel Herrera, Brais Mendes, and Carlos Soler potentially in a real team, which just feels like fantasy football come to life in so many ways. I really hope. There was some rumours of Brais going to Celta. Let's just check that. Brais Mendes transfer. Let's see if that's still been rumoured. No, I don't think so. Good. So yeah, what a midfield that's going to be. And sadly, we can't go triple mid in season, so I don't really have any in-season motivation to get that trident together. But from a classic perspective, I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, I was going to say Aberdeen are not trying to get Kevin, are they? But no, it looks like he's going to be going to Fulham or something like that. So that could be a wee card to watch out for. We've also seen Matt O'Reilly, guys, move to Marseille as well. I'm not sure if his price has really moved off the back of it yet, but O'Reilly to Marseille is potentially cheat code. Like, just think Højbjerg with set pieces. That's what I'm thinking. His price, has it really moved? Is it history we would click on? I know that. Oh, we click on this graph, don't we? Yeah, it's kind of jumped up a little bit. Yeah, it was at £50 and then it's ran up. I think in France, O'Reilly has got boss potential of the highest order. So I think it's a really good move. It's all about playing, but Marseille are quite a difficult team to get into. To come back to Sorare's Burroughs question on screen here, I've got no idea. If we're not getting Dahlberg, the Swedish team are playing hardball on Tuneke, the winger from Hammarby. So I've got no idea really where Celtic are going to end up in this window. There we go. We can do that. Makes it look a little bit nicer, doesn't it? But I think that's potentially a huge move that we've seen happen today as well. What was your question, VT? You were in the chat dead early. Fist bump to you. Hey, Quinny, I'm new to Sorare and I'm looking to start a limited Premier League team. But when I tried to access my wallet, they sent me an email saying it got accepted, but on the website it still says my wallet is blocked. Yeah, that's a real support issue. If you've not set everything up already and made deposits and bought cards, is it maybe delete the account and remake it maybe? Oh, nice. Well done, mate, on the crafts. Love to see it. Guy to Liverpool is pretty big. I wonder if it's just too many moves. Oh, was it? Sorry, I've been done, Rab. Thanks for the catch. I've been done. Soler is confirmed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him in a shirt. The most mid-table midfielder ever. Who's that? Ian. Are we agreeing Hearts or Hibs in season as the play? I've said Hearts is the shout for second since the 17th of May or whatever. I had to check that the other day. But whenever McInnes was appointed, I said Suarez and Ian Addis will fight for the striker spot, but at the moment Suarez is the main one. Nice. Well, Ian Addis is coming with a big reputation. It's hanging pretty well. XT Rai, thanks very much for asking. Good to see you all. There's about 60 or 70 here live and loud with us, so thanks to everyone that is tuning in. Please do smash the like button. Let me know what transfers you're seeing on the timeline, what ones are going to make or break your gallery potentially. And yeah, let's see it, guys. Let's see who's all out there, because this is going to keep updating for us, which will be fun. And I think the developing ones are the fun ones, but the Twitter timeline is where the news breaks, really, isn't it? I'll do my best to keep across it. And I'm also, I'm definitely going to use the transfer window to my advantage when it comes to my gallery and stuff like that. I've already made some moves today. I've just seen that Stephen Welsh could be on his way to Motherwell, so I picked up an in-season Welsh for £3. But I also, this morning, I could not help myself. I don't think it's over the line yet, but I think it's on the way to being over the line. But when I seen that Aston Villa are going to sign Jadon Sancho, I thought, this is a forward card that we need in the Road to Glory series. Aston Villa, midweeks could be fun. I think Sancho, if he's going to succeed anywhere in the Premier League as it stands right now, Aston Villa is a really solid landing spot. They need a guy like him. Unai Emery's done well with players like him in the past. In terms of these players that maybe wrestle with injury or maybe misfits somewhere, but they've got high ceiling, high talent level.
And as a forward card, I think he could be wildly formidable and a key part of everything that could be. Oh, I actually received an email from somebody about the Brooks giveaway. So I'll maybe just give that card away right now. We've actually got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow or whenever the transfer window, pardon me, the game week finishes out. There we go, jolly. Let's send you that Brooks now, buddy, while I remember. So I'm definitely an active transfer market sniper. And I'll show you some of the moves I've done already. I'll do a proper video on this when the window's closed off. But I've tried to capitalize on moves as and when I can. Where the hell's Brooks? There he's there. Thanks again for being a member. We give away all the limited cards that I win to the channel members. If you want to become a member, you can click on the join button just below the video you're watching just now, and YouTube will explain to you all the perks. We've got a Telegram group. We've got exclusive content. We do gallery reviews. We do a bunch of stuff for the members. So it's £1 a week, £4 a month, limited card giveaways, and all that other good stuff. Get involved. So congratulations to Josh or to Jolly here, who won the last one. But I've already started to try and build a budget rare in-season La Liga. And, you know, I'm not really holding my breath on it, right? But we've got 2 defenders that have moved to the division within the division that I'm hoping can play a part. And I've got a midfielder as well in Baptiste Santamaria. So I just need a forward or a goalkeeper in season, and we might have a little budget La Liga play to go, right? But a thing I've stumbled into by accident is, at the moment, one of the most common questions I get from you guys is, Quinny, what happens with streaks if I don't play this week or whatever? Now, genuinely, like a month ago, I hit the first streak in Contender, and I'm still sitting on it. I've not submitted a team ever since, and it's still just sitting there, ready to go. And I might actually now have the ability to play a team in here, thanks to some transfers. So earlier today, we've seen the announcement that Paddy Roberts, it was a card that was gifted to me by, I think it was Liam, so thank you again, Liam, has moved to Birmingham, where Kyogo is and where Yang is expected to go. Now, I also have an in-season Yang lying around here somewhere, and as some of you guys will know, I also have lying around here an in-season Adam Ida, who looks to be on his way to Swansea. And when we couple that with the in-season Burke Risa I have, if we can find him somewhere, it's an NYC card. I'm not on the in-season filter, sorry, I might need to filter that. I've actually now, at Molda, Big Burke Risa, really solid. I've got a midfielder that dribbles, I've got 2 attackers, and you know I've got classic goalkeepers that play this region. So I might have a little spawny, streak-capable Contender team come out of the transfer saga here, between ex-Celts, essentially, kind of moving around the place. Patterson deal is off, yeah, see, I guess I'm not really holding my breath on that. If it is the case, then I'll add him to the available list. Cards that I'm happy to trade, and we might just go and get rid of him. I have been thinking quite a lot, though, that the way the Road to Glory series have been moving, I actually really like the limited entry point to going after streaks and cash and whatever, and it's a bit harder than in Rare because there's more people and all the rest of it. But the availability of players and the price point you can get good players at is just a bit more fun, isn't it? So it's always maybe a wee bit more tempting for those champ leagues to just any transfer moves like the Jadon Sancho, maybe capitalise upon them in limited. Birmingham rotate their wide players every game. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll see how that goes. It was just a thought I had. Liam, hello from Ibiza. You're a madman listening to me when you're in Ibiza. And I seen that today. Solskjaer, Mourinho, Ten Hag all sacked within 24, 48 hours of one another. Bailey Rice to Motherwell, rumours would be decent for him. He started at Motherwell with Lennon Miller by all accounts. Rangers fan, went to Rangers, all the rest of it. So I can see that. Yeah, by all means, feel free to send anything over. By all means, feel free to send anything over to get this a bit more, a wee bit slick Rick, So I've got just got the old transfer news here on repeat. Mike Dodds, Sunderland reunion, something. Reece Nelson is on his way to Brentford. That's not a really good move, is it? Very bad for all involved, it feels like. I don't think he can save Brentford. I don't think he helps Brentford, and I don't think for him it's going to be a good one either. Kobe Mainoo's still on the fire. I seen Anthony. That's actually been concluded as well. He's went to Betis, and look at that. We've had some more moves since we've last been on this page. Ben Sheaf has confirmed his move to Wrexham. That could be wild, by the way. Philip Kratzev has went to Oxford. Are they still in the Championship? And Julian Carranza has went to Leicester on loan from Feyenoord. Interesting. Ben Sheaf and Kratzev are interesting. Because that Wrexham team is going to push playoffs. Like, they've recruited really strongly, really well. And he's a solid Championship player. If he's going to play all the time in a good team, Coventry have been okay, haven't they? But I don't think anyone would hold them out as being super effective. And let's check, where is Oxford? Like, not where are Oxford, but what division are they kicking about in these days? Yeah, they're in the Championship. So Kratzev, he'll be the main man for them. Maybe he's used to that life. He's just done that in Holland, hasn't he? He's going to have to carry Oxford United to glory on loan for them. So that's an interesting one. I've DM'd it on Twitter, Charlie. If you can send it on Twitter, mate, if you sent it somewhere else. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in. Like I say, smash the like button. Let me know the moves that are affecting your gallery for better or for worse. There's a bunch of these ones here that, are a wee bit nondescript, aren't they? But there's been so much going on over the last couple of days. I'm seeing Uche being linked into the Premier League as well, from Getafe to Crystal Palace, and it feels like they're finally kind of getting their act together. Wow, Tyrek Lamptey has went to Fiorentina from Brighton. That's an interesting one. And then season card that could play with Celtic and the likes. Habib Diallo. I don't know if that's one of the ones we know. He's went to Red Xland, is that? Yeah. Oh no, he's came back from Red X. Oh, is that Habib Diallo? He used to play at Mets. It is, by the way, isn't it? It is, by the way. Yeah, this guy, 2018 to 2020, this guy was it. Up and coming striker in the league, loved penalties. That's a really fun one, by the way. He's one that won't have cards, but he's one to watch out for cards, especially in France. At 30 years of age, he'll go under the radar. Mets are rubbish anyway, but he's a good striker to play in front of Gerter Hein. So that's a really interesting one, actually. A wee sneaky quiet one. Ben Seger has left Monaco for Leverkusen. I don't know how to feel about that with the whole situation there. So interesting. Anything else here? Can I catch the eye? Simicast has went to Roma. Schwallow to Hearts. Ben Bertrand Diaz to Derby. And I know there's a bunch more. Arthur Vermeeren to Marseille as well. Marseille have got so many mids, don't they? So many mids. Zidane Sartdemir. Is that Bundesliga 2 he's went to? If he's finally going to play Bundesliga 2, that could be all right. But if it's Bunde 3, yeah, it's Bundes 2. That's not bad for Zidane. Let's see how he does there. Emmanuel Dennis, free agent. He's going to end up at Celtic, isn't he? Javi Lopez to Oviedo. Harry Trades. That's a good wee left back to watch out for. Harry Trades loves his Oviedo. Garankuol to Sparta on the Blue X. You hate to see it. And Sudakov, this is a big one, by the way. It happened a few days ago, didn't it? Yesterday even. Sudakov has been on the radar of Sorare managers for a long time. I don't think his cards will be cheap anymore now that he's went to Benfica, but he does have a few years of Moscow cards. 60 quid, that's not too bad. He really should smack. These are all Europa Conference League, Ukraine Internationals, Champions League. So it's a bit of a really strong sample size on like the best that he can be. There's no league cannon fodder that you see against here or anything like that. He's had a really high reputation across Europe. They were only going to sell him for big money. And at Benfica, I think he smashes. 8 of them are for sale. 60 quid or so. All mid cards. But yeah, that's a good transfer. That's one to watch out for if you play in those regions. I've had Sarachi to Celtic, obviously. Piakowski, wow, to Legia. Ooh, that's a bad move, isn't it? Ouch. Blue Xland. Myron Boadu going to PSV. If he plays, that could be really good. Not a Garnacho fan. I don't think that's going to work out well. Waltermad should be amazing. Miovski probably does well, SO5 wise at the very least. And Kunku to AC Milan, I'm a big fan of. Big fan of that. And then we're kind of getting into stuff that happened 2 or 3 days ago. We're probably all quite up to speed with. Sunderland turned down the offer to sign Bertrand Traore. Well, that means he'll come to Celtic then, if he's for $2.5 million from Ajax. Brest reportedly after Hilgers. Oh, that could be a good move. Gallant to Forest. I don't mind that. Where's Bream going to end up? I don't know, but we're bidding Bream level money for this Swedish base player, which is just crazy. If we're going to finally spend that amount of money, just swallow your pride and phone up, go ahead and just say, we're sorry we messed about. Going to accept our deal now, kind of thing. There's about 100 of you here tuning in, guys. Love to see it. Thanks to everyone tuning in on the deadline show that we've got here, the transfer deadline show. I'm trying my best to keep across absolutely everything. Yang has now been very closely linked to Ghent. Birmingham City looking to close the deal. Celtic have got a wee bidding war on their hands all of a sudden. One man's trash is another man's treasure and all that kind of thing, you know. Vermeeren career hit the skids. Yeah, big time. Colin Mumani on loan to Tottenham. I knew there was another big one we could chew over. I think that's a really good one. I don't know what it does for Richarlison, because he looks to have really came to life. Wow, 18 quid on Classic for that in season. Yeah, Premier League pricing. He should be tailor made to come into that team as the Arrowhead forward, or even taking in Son's old position as that kind of wide forward, kind of incisive from the wide area. So I think it's a really good move. You maybe hope that brings a bit more out of Matthias Tell. But I think, yeah, really, really good move for Tottenham. Should be a good move for him. But the thing with Mouani is we've seen at Juventus and at PSG is he's kind of like Haaland, isn't he? Really, where it's like no decisive, no party. And if he does get decisive, there's no guarantee he's really going to make a good enough score for one of your best team selections. This is a guy that's quite firmly in the way Sorare is now, you know, team 3, maybe team 2, depends on your level. If he's in team 1, he's somebody you want to be replacing in due time. Oh, El Canus to Stuttgart. That's a good one, by the way. And Sunderland, Gertruida and Broby. I said it before and I'll say it again, but Sunderland defence stack is the budget stack for anyone out there. Like Sunderland, really strong. Robin Roth saving a pen at the weekend. And if you look at the players they've got now in their defence, I don't know where the first choice back four is going to be, because this Trey Hume is very highly rated and just got a new contract after interest from Udinese or something like that. Somebody or Wolfsburg or something were after it. So a team like that. Ballard, the 25-year-old, looked very good on debut. I think he's suspended or injured at the moment. But Rinaldo, Alderete, Mukiele, and now Gertruida, never mind Masuako. Sunderland have built like a proper, like top end Europa League, bottom end Champions League kind of defense here. Guys that are really strong operators in the leagues that they've came from. And the rest of the team is pretty good. I like the midfield a lot. I do worry for goals, and I don't think Brian Broby really changes anything. For me, I don't know how Broby's going to get minutes ahead of Isidore or Mayenda. I'm not a fan of him. I think that's probably the first wrong move Sunderland have made, is signing Brian Broby. Sending Lamens to Man United, I've seen that should be really good as well. You'll get the option to keep him as a Feyenoord card. Yeah, so if you're answering someone else's question, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that is him. That's him, Helge. We kind of spoke about him somewhere recently because he was like one of these football manager Celtic players that you never seen or heard of, and it was like, oh, maybe one day he'll get in the team, and before you know it, we'd sold him to Plymouth or some nonsense. Sunderland fans tell me he's really bad, Boyson. Does he start though? Who? Elkanus or Gertruida? Gertruida, that's the thing with the defence. I don't know. Mukiele has to start. There's just no way Mukiele doesn't start. Rinaldo feels kind of nailed in at left back now. It's just whether Mukiele plays right back, and then that opens up a space at centre back for Gertruida to maybe come in. Gertruida's been playing right back, so maybe he plays right back, Mukiele plays centre back. But in any case, I think if he can nail the Sunderland defence, there's a lot of, good stuff to be getting there. Oh, there we go. SR Dime Bar. Charlie, my boy. There we go. Sunderland are exploring. Bertrand Traore decided against it. Nicholas Jackson to Bayern. Zaniolo to Udinese. Just love these guys, don't they? De La Feu, Tovan. Alexis Sanchez has just left for Seville as well. And by the way, does that not just sum up Sevilla? But Udinese, does this not just sum them up as well? They love a guy like this. So, yeah, let's just see how that shakes out for them. Nottingham Forest are going for a guy, McNeely. Pavard to Marseille. Wow. That's a mega move. That is a mega move. Sunderland, Marseille sign such great players, don't they? But they do just make an absolute gumption of it. There's so much rotation headaches, and sometimes, yeah, these guys don't really hit, do they? But Pavard should be wild. Pavard's not played in France before. I'm pretty sure, maybe he has when he was super young, but I remember him breaking into the scene. It was at Stuttgart and then getting into the France team before going on to Bayern and then eventually Inter, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see him in the French league. You expect him to be a cut above for the most part. Nicholas Jackson, I don't hold my breath on being a success. And yeah, here we go. Mark Guy, that deal is done. That is a huge move. Huge move. Liverpool are proper living the Man United Alex Ferguson years in their own version now, aren't they? Just going out there buying the best players in the league, Isak and Guy, going and buying the best players on the continent, you know, Ekatike, Wirtz, these types of lads. And like Liverpool, man, it just feels like there's no stopping them. They're winning games without looking that good. They're not being perfect. The big signings aren't really hitting. Piaka to 20. That could be fun. That could be really fun, by the way. Piaka's been in Russia, kind of doing nothing, hasn't he? Oh, no, I'm thinking about Pjanic. You said Piaka. I'm not sure if Piaka... Is that good? Yeah. Could be all right. I was thinking Pjanic there. Pjanic would be good. Where is wee Miralem? Yeah, he's still in Moscow. He's not doing terrible, is he? He's no Barco, but... So we've got 2 pages to keep ourselves across. We've got the FootMob page and we've got the Twitter page. Thanks very much, Charlie. And we've had Buonanati confirmed to Chelsea in that time, as well as some guys left Feyenoord for Estrella. So if you've got a Feyenoord collection, that may be a bit of a help. So yeah, some big moves there. Buonanotte. Excuse me. Rami is going to... Is that the guy from Napoli? Albion Rami? I think his name's Albion, is it? Pretty sure I'd remember that. Yeah, he's refused to leave for Galatasaray. Brentford rejected an approach from Lyon for Fabio Carvalho. Onyedika on his way to Frankfurt potentially. Chancellor Mbemba to Lille. I think that'll be a really good one. I seen somebody, one of the traders, was on the timeline showing off their Chancellor Mbembas they've been picking up while he was a Red X. Mbemba could be a very, very good scorer. No two ways about it. I think that could be a really good one, a really sneaky one if you've got the classics for it. But yeah, in season you probably won't come in too cheap, will he? Because it'll be kind of out there already. Oh, Jonathan Acones went to Paris FC. That's quite fun. We've had Lindelof to Aston Villa, of course, as well. Frankfurter after Osula. You just know that's going to bite Newcastle on the bum. Oh, Lons after Odson Edward. So it didn't go to Nice, but it went to Lons. Poor Odson. Kanji's in to replace Pavard. It's probably a really good move. Kanji's a really solid scorer. But it's just since Simeone and Zaghi's left, that inner defence hasn't quite been as interesting, has it? Or valuable to get into. Dagham to Wolfsburg. That's not bad. Charlie, this is a solid list, mate. Well done. But yeah, some really big deals. Just going to filter this to top transfers, see if this shows us up a wee bit more. I think we kind of knew about all these already. None of these are really last minutes or breaking news. Yeah, this is all kind of headline stuff that's been bubbling away for a little while. We just do all transfers, and then it's a shame we can't do Champion Euro here, isn't it? Or Challenger or something like that. Can we do multiples? Can we do like Premier League and then nah, it's one at a time. That's not a bad wee filter, I suppose, is it? But Ligue 1's been mad busy. Yeah, there's Emerson to lose from Goztepe. Somebody mentioned that in the chat. Oh yeah, like notifications are all over the place here. There's lots of stuff been breaking out throughout the afternoon. Gundogan to Gala. Wow, that could be really good. El Canus is a big one. I think so too. Oh, thank you very much, Josh Tilley. I'll pick that up. So I managed to get the MFL squad ready. I'll do a live stream tomorrow on MFL. We'll get everything ready for season 8 properly. But thanks for that, Josh. I'll pick up with that later today. And Ciso, Matos is left for Chef U from Chelsea. John Victor, our goalkeeper in at Nottingham Forest. They just love collecting goalkeepers, don't they? Ogun Sui has went to Falkirk. Interesting. Lawns have built an alright wee team, by the way. Odson Edward and Abdullah Sima. Interesting indeed. Gundogan to Galatasaray. That's Bel Canus then. He's pictured at Stuttgart. Igor Palace has collapsed. Oh, I seen that earlier as well. So yeah, tons. I bought that Sancho and I thought, I wonder what the price movement on him would be like. So let's have a wee peek. Jadon Sancho. Brilliant, guys. There's about 100 of you joining us on YouTube, so thanks to everyone that is tuning in. But we've only got 22 likes. Could we get to the first magic number of 67? We've got a shirt and a tie on today. Come on. Let's have a look at the little Jadon Sancho price graph. We've seen how spiky it was for O'Reilly. So maybe not quite as spiky for Sancho at the rare level. I think at rare, yeah, it's maybe a little bit different, isn't it? I think at limited, you can buy a guy like Sancho for a tenner quite easily because he's not, yeah, like he's really moved up, hasn't he? 15 to instant buy. He kind of doubled in price in the last 24 hours. I bought mine for like 12. I think a bunch of people have got theirs cheaper than mine. Can you see me on this maybe? It was this morning, so yeah, there. So I'm at 12. And then some went a little bit cheaper, which is fair enough. But yeah, I just kind of snap bought mine. Liam, that's a good idea. Do you know, everyone's been asking. We did the Friday shows last season and we ended them. I think the last one we did was like 25th, 27th of May, something like that. And I didn't really think so. Everyone's been asking for it, but so we'll do a test. We'll do a test one maybe. And if we get good views on it, we'll keep doing it. But just no one turned up for it, mate. So I was like, oh, well. Thoughts on getting Pino? I think Pino is a fantastic pickup, to be honest with you. Pino is their replacement for Olise for me. He's a set piece guy. He's quick on the wing. He likes to dribble. The Premier League is a big step up from La Liga in so many ways. But I think if someone's going to bring a player like Pino into the Premier League and make him successful, it would have been Aston Villa or Crystal Palace. Would have been my top two shouts. And I think he'll be very, very good for them. As a midfielder card, I don't know if that's something that you really take into consideration, but a very effective player. Has forward cards for this year, in fact, so that's a fun one. Rare, 63 quid is interesting, I think, for a guy like him. It could be who takes the set pieces since Olise left. It's kind of up for grabs, isn't it? So a guy that can take a fair amount of them and will get decisives along with Ismail Assar and Mateta up front. I think he's well profiled for the style of football that they'll be playing. Should play often enough, but they do have midweeks to wrestle with Crystal Palace, so there may be a rotation pattern to consider. But I think it's a great signing SO5 wise and a player that on a your budget forward or whatever, is definitely someone to be considering. Yeah, and Lewandowski's going to play plenty this season, but he's at the very end of his career, so they'll be Barcelona will want Lewandowski to peak March. They don't want him to peak August, September, October. There's no rush for him to really be playing every week and being right on full speed. Yeah, they want him to do that throughout Champions League group and everything else, but with the squad they've got, that's the ideal situation for Lewandowski, is you manage him to peak March time, April. Oh, that was another big one, by the way. You're mentioning Lokonga to Hamburg, but I also seen Fabio Vieira is going to Hamburg. I seen Fiago tweeting that earlier today. Fabio Vieira has the potential to be a really strong Bundesliga card. Hamburg need a guy like him. The team will probably, for all intents and purposes, be built around him. And I know he's not really... I think he's been all right at Arsenal. He's just obviously a really tough team to get into and whatever, but very good at Porto, as we know, both times on loan and in the first place. But it's not as if he was terrible in the Prem. He was still pretty good. He just couldn't really break into the squad on the regular. So I think being a step down team, think of this like a Nadim Amiri leaving Leverkusen for Mainz. Same sort of principle. What do you think of Vinny Price on limited compared to... Yeah, let's have a look at that. Scout. And I guess this is La Liga forwards. And we're looking at the price of Vinny compared to Yamal, Rafi, and Mbappe. So Mbappe 186, Yamal 216, Rafi 93. This is on in-season limited. And where's Vinny? Wow. Very out of kilter. That's actually pretty... I don't know if it's limited you were talking about. Limited, that's very, very, very striking. He's not going to be playing in international, so I think he's got a bit of price suppression on the basis of that. Let's go to rare and just see what the comparison's like. So in season, Mbappe's about 12.50, Yamal 15, Rafinha at a G, and Vinny, wow, 490. That's really interesting because Vinny, he's not leaving Real Madrid, and I think I've seen this to Harry, but if he's not in the Brazil squad, which he isn't, I think that's Ancelotti looking out for Real Madrid. I don't think that's anyone getting bombed out or cut or not being good enough. I think it's it's Ancelotti looking after his old pals in Madrid. There's a few more likes coming, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, Fabio, it could just very much be Portuguese Amiri. I think the two play together at Arsenal could make it easier for both of them. Lokonga? Oh, of course. Yeah, look, Lokonga and Fabio Vieira, Aaron Phillips. I love that. That's a really nice connecting of the dots there. Wow, Igor Julio to join West Ham, not Palace. Interesting. West Ham, I did say on the deadline show they're bad, but they're not as bad as everyone's making. They are bad, but they're not as bad as everyone's making out. So, do they need another centre back? I suppose they do, because Aguerd is left now, hasn't he, for Marseille? So he'll be the Aguerd replacement. Pretty decent move by West Ham. For the wee bit of update on the page here. For the guy show up at Nordisland from Pisa. Market value of 8.5 mil. Alexander Lind. What's your scoop? Oh, he's went to Pisa. I beg your pardon. No. From Pisa to Nordisland. Yeah, so Pisa own him then. Is that what it is? And where did they get him from? You won some trophies with Silkeborg? He's formerly of Silkeborg. 19 goals in 90 games over 5 years, which, considering the age he'd have been back then, is not too shabby. A wee bit of under 21 credentials. 8 goals in 34 for Pisa. They just got promoted to Serie A, didn't they? So, that's not too bad. A big aerial duel guy. Chance created. Defensive contributions. One to watch out for those Nordisland stackers. Alexander Lind. Pelayo Fernandez. Adri Pedrosa. Hadzimetovic has went to Hull. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Has he ever been there before? It seems kind of deja vu. No, it must have been somebody else they signed. That's interesting. I wonder how he'll do in the championship. Not sure if that's a good move, SO5 wise, is it? 28. I thought he was older than that, to be honest. So, man, fair enough. Who would you buy rare? Varela, Dardai, or a limited Simeone? Varela? Alan Varela, I'm guessing. He's okay. Dardai. Which one? I'm going to guess the Hertha one. All right. Or a limited Simeone. Again, which Simeone? There's two. Is it Gio? Can't be Giuliano, is it? No, I don't know why it'd be Gio anyway. Yeah, I don't know how Giuliano comes into this conversation. He's been halfway okay, actually, hasn't he? Sorry, I realised I was on the wrong screen there. Gundogan to Galatasaray, we've got that. Matt O'Reilly to Marseille is another big one. Not too sure who I'd go out between the... Oh, it's for internationals, is it? Argentina... Yeah, Argentina are pretty good, aren't they, in those fixtures? I just don't know how much Simeone will actually feature. Varela? Who does he play for national team-wise? Is he going to play for Argentina? I think Dardai is maybe your safest shout to actually get utility from. And international-wise, he's hit and miss, isn't he? Good game, bad game, good game, bad game. That's a tough one, mate. I don't know. Is there someone else you can look at? I don't think any of them are obvious. With Gundogan going to Gala, who do you think loses the place for him? Most definitely goes straight into the main 11. I think so too. Can we have a wee peek maybe at... So they're inside. I've got the wee player. We've got the little team profiles, don't we? Team profiles. And then we'll go to Turkey. And we'll have a look at Gala. Yeah, so Sané's playing. Jacobs is a fullback, so I don't think that's really him there, isn't it? Yeah, I could just see him coming into the number 10 spot here, to be honest with you. Bench players. Yeah, Zaniolo's not there anymore. Yeah, I can see him just coming into the number 10. Atgun's a wide player. Yilmaz is a wide player. So between the two of them and Sané, they've got 3 players for 2 spots. I think it probably just goes into the number 10 slot. Can we look at lineups for the last weekend? Or the one that we're in right now? And see how they were meant to line up. Because Gundo's got that Daniel Wass kind of ability here. Going back to Turkey. I know he's German, right? But Ilkay Gundogan is, you know, he's got a bit of Turkey in him too. Let's just say it like that. Yeah. I think Atgun, his position will be under question. And wow, Jacobs has actually been fighting for left wing. I think that's what will happen. Gundo will just come into the middle here. And then there'll be more options from the bench for them, for those players. Yeah, that's the way I see that going. Guys, we've surpassed the 100 mark. Sarah plays Cam. You know, it looks like he plays deeper here. That's probably what he's going to need to do if he's going to get in the team with Gundogan. And oh, by the way, Aaron Phillips is gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. So for the members, every limited card I give away goes into a competition for the members to win. We do gallery reviews once a week, every Thursday. We've got a Telegram group you can all join as well. You'll find it all in the members tab on the channel. And thank you very much. Aaron, I really appreciate that, mate. It really means a lot. So thank you. Crazy team it is, Ben. It's a very... Sané, Gundogan, Sarah, Tarea, Osman. Galatasaray, I've got a team building there for sure. Lamina injured. Okay. I don't think Sarah's been totally without criticism there. Thank you very much, Aaron. I really appreciate it, mate. Really means a lot. Thomas Handel then talks with Red Star. Blue Excellent, here he comes. And yeah, a bit of backup here from Tom Hall on the Lind move. One to watch out for. Could be a good win, an easy W. So yeah, check that out. Let us know what you think about it. And yeah, there he is. He's going to have his swan song in Istanbul. Some guy to Troy, deal us off. I'll jump back into that list. I'm just going to hit transfer news again. And I planned on at 6 o'clock. I've got my kids' football training at 6:30. So that's when we'll be. Well, it's 6:30, but I need to kind of leave this about 6. But I'm seeing that Jim White and the gang, they'll be getting their shirts and tie on Talk Sport. They're live at 6. So I'll catch up with a bit of that. And I say we'll maybe be on later on. Anthony Tibetis, that's another one as well. I was so close to snap buying that because I thought the rare was 80 quid in season. I didn't think that was too bad. But then that's when I had that conversation with myself. I'm like, I want to play rare. Yeah, I probably should have just bought it. Even just for the flip. Yeah, he's jumped up in price. Now that it's confirmed, yeah, I probably should have bought it. But that's a great move if you can get in on it. And a nice move for collection pieces, by the way. If you get one of these Man United collections that has Anthony and Hoyland and Jadon Sancho and all these other guys that are now leaving and going to play elsewhere, you'll have some good collection flex on you. 20 quid unlimited still isn't a bad price. Hibs getting Dykes. I think Celtic like Kieran Bowie. It's a wee bit too one-dimensional, but isn't it? Dykes to Hibs is a pretty good move, by the way. Thanks to everyone that's hit the likes and the retweets on Twitter as well for the little post that I made for the show today. Really goes a long way to supporting the channel, so really thank you to everyone. We've got a bunch more stuff just on the general timeline popping out. But yeah, it feels like Liverpool are really emerging as a power stack. Like, I know they've always been a kind of power, but some of these moves I've made, it's like you've got, if you bought the whole collection, you've got like 2 teams of genuine quality. And then you've even got a third team of, well, maybe Szoboszlai can score a free kick, or maybe some guy can come off the bench or whatever. Excuse me. Kind of similar to like peak Bayern kind of stacks. Any chance of a quick Celtic update? Yeah, we're not going to get Dahlberg. It doesn't feel like we're going to get anyone. We have been Axom, which is on our channel that I'm kind of associated with, had it from the agent's mouth of William Bovine that Celtic are into him. But if you check him out on this at the moment, he's been linked to Mainz and somebody else. And Celtic have been linked, have been drawn against Sturm Graz in Europa League. Oh, there we go. That's it, done 2 hours ago. William Bovine is done 3 hours ago. I missed that myself. Okay, well, there's another one to add on to the list that I don't need anymore. I'm not quite added Dahlberg onto the list yet, but I will. But there is Bovine. Another guy I bought for no limit. Oh, he's already on the list. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Liam King, if you're here, you just sent me a DM. I have not heard anything about that, no. So yeah, it's all happening. It is all happening. Yeah, moved to Germany for 3 million. So I don't think, honestly, I said in my breakdown after the Kairat game, Celtic are not going to do any business. I don't think we will, but it looks like we're really trying to do business and it's just blowing up in our face. So any cheap contender recommendations, there will be by the end of the day. I'm pretty sure there'll be some solid ones. Ealing Juniors went to West Brom. I don't know if that'll be one. It's maybe just falling into our lap just now. A guy from Winterthur has went to Schalke. We've had a wee couple of updates here. Sammy Lokonga, which was mentioned before, into the Bundesliga. El Canus as well. Who are the good contender leagues that could be getting some nice transfer action right now? Not really Croatia. Maybe the English Championship isn't a bad shout because they've been quite active. Like Sheaf we mentioned, that could be all right. The Gillette guy could be all right, maybe. Oh, Agelli. Agelli's went to Ipswich. That should be very good. That should be very, very good. Casper Jander to Southampton should be very, very good as well. Marcelino Nunes going to Ipswich from Norwich feels like it's either going to turn into Balotelli at Liverpool or it's going to be like Van Persie at Man United. It's going to be like one of those situations. Finn Azaz for 14 million. Jesus Christ. We'll maybe check another contender league, but yeah, I don't think there's much else here, meat on the bones. But that's an interesting one because I think contender has had some interesting moves, but I'm kind of not really knowing or remembering who I thought that about. And what even league to cross-reference that against. Galatasaray I wanted to check out because they've been signing some players. I don't think any of them are really of Utvik to Sarpsborg, centre-back. That could be good. That could be really good in season as well. It's really about where they've came from, if they've got a card or not, and if they're good. I don't think there's anything too exciting there, is there? Up the town, Quinny. Spanish second tier, Oscar Cortez. Let's have a look at La Liga 2. Oscar Cortez. Oh, yeah, your Rangers guy, of course. That's not bad, I suppose, if he plays. Could be a good move. SO5 wise, does he get cards? Hugo Novoa. Nah, don't think so. Mika Marmol was still in this division. I think he's had a good game at the weekend for me, certainly. In one of the giveaway teams. El Jabbar. This guy, yeah. Oh, he's not got cards. I've seen this guy play. Youth Champions League football. This guy's good. He's not got cards, but does he? El Jabari. El Jeb. El Jeb. Nah, no cards. This guy's good in real life. Like, I've seen him. No cards, sadly. He's got some score. Oh, wow. He does have some scores. For Cartagena. You won't get Youth Champions League on this, but good wee guy, by the way. El Jabari, watch out for him. Pablo Insua has been back to Zaragoza. I'm pretty sure he's been there before. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Lucas Boy. Matija Nastajic has went red X on us. Yeah, I'm not too sure there's anyone in there, mate, to be honest with you. And you guys are chatting to us in Spanish and stuff. I'd love to interact with you, but I've not got the translate that quick to hand. I do remember Darren O'Day. I didn't even know he played for Ipswich, but yeah, he works at Swansea now. Very well known to Celtic fans. I did my B license. I sat my B license test with Darren O'Day and Charlie Adam were in my group. Darren O'Day couldn't have been nicer. Charlie Adam couldn't have been a bigger dick in a arsehole way. I'll tell you the story if you want, but you need to get to 67 likes. It's not a great story, but I'll tell you. Okay, cool. Yeah. As long as you don't expect me to respond to that, that's okay. That's okay by me. Yeah, Contender's an interesting one. Has Croatia did any moves of interest? Kavlina to Como. That's funny. A guy from Bournemouth to Rijeka. Hugo Guillamon to Split could be good, but Guillamon's been really bad SO5 wise, so it's hard to get too excited about it. But levels wise, he should be really good in that league. A guy from Bayern to Zagreb. Oh yeah, let's copy and paste your name. That could be fun. Well, I'd like to see Bayern kids get cards. Oh, we had Austria Vienna cards. I guess this is for Austria Vienna. Yeah. He's done okay. Swedish rookies from last year. That's a fun card if he's good. Interesting. Scott McKenna. That guy at Bournemouth was on loan at my local team 2 years ago. That's funny. Now he's in Croatia. Bundesliga 2 is a fun one. You can get some really good moves in this division for Contender. Ramsack. Again, I've seen this guy play. Leipzig's goalkeeper was called Ramsack, or was it? Was this one of them was called Ramsack and one was called Dix? I think he's the goalkeeper. I don't think he's got cards. Ramsack. Oh, he's a forward. Oh, he does have cards. Oh, I just buy those guys because I've seen them play. But he's not going to be openable. Oh, that's a bummer. He's not going to be openable. I actually kind of want to look at this Leipzig team now because I like buying these guys that I've seen play Youth Champions League. None of them have came good yet, but when one of them does, it'll be worth it. But by Robert Ramsack, that's fun. Let's see who else is in the Leipzig. It's a shame you can't just look at the collection page here somewhere. Let's just look at the player page. See if I recognize any other names from that fateful day. Think Graffa? No, I don't think so. Gebel, we got his rookie last year. And yeah, it's just Ramsack. Wonder about Brugge. Brugge had some nice rookies in their team when I watched Celtic play them. I don't think it was in those keepers anyway. And Brugge have been doing a lot of business, so maybe there'll be someday moving up. Not Van Hoogen. I think Van Hoogen was in the team, but he wasn't one of the guys that caught the eye for me. And yeah, I don't think anyone's getting in, is there? K Furo, this guy was in the team. He was in the squad list last year. Has he got cards? He does have cards this year. Followed already. That's funny. Oh, he played. It's interesting. There was a guy at Lazio that we don't have Serie A cards this year. There's a guy at Lazio. I think he's moved to Milan now. Chilean social media is full of images of Gabriel Suazo having to carry Alexis around. That'll be funny. James Wilson looks at leaving Hearts on loan. St Johnson and Livy interested in him. That could be good for him. Lukabakio to Benfica. That could be really good for him as well. Really good. Right, let's just check the overall. Nothing's changed since the last time we were on. That's cool. And yeah, we're expecting it to heat up, guys. We're expecting it to heat up. Yeah, well, he's happy to be back in Scotland as well. I've seen his interview talking about it. And yeah, he was a good player in this league. Always good to have good players in the league, even if you're up against them. But yeah, good for him. What do you think of Højlund? Højlund, if we have a look at the Napoli team, he's obviously like coming in to cover for Lukaku. But the thing about Antonio Conte is he is merciless. He is Conte the merciless. And already they have Chidara. They've just signed Lorenzo Luca. He's behind my face here. I'll just throw myself over here. So we've already got Chidira, Lorenzo Luca. They've signed Noah Lang. They already had David Neres, Politano in the building as well as Lukaku. I know he's out injured. But I'm not sure he's guaranteed minutes. I'm sure he'll do well. And I think he'll probably, in Italy, he'll be more comfortable. It's a good team. And he'll do a good job when covering. I guess the question really is, like, SO5-wise, do we get Atalanta Højlund back? And if we do, is that worth having? No, we don't even have Atalanta Højlund on the chart here. There we do. So hard to say. I wouldn't get right behind it, to be honest with you. I think SO5 wise, Miovski is a great pickup. And yet Liverpool's defence just went up a level. For sure. Guys, we're not quite at 50 likes yet. If you could smash the like button, it goes a long way to supporting the show and supporting the channel. It really does mean a lot. And let us know in the let us know in the live chat what's creeping across your timeline, what moves are making and what moves are breaking your gallery. I'm definitely hopeful of getting some budget action into my life where some of these transfers, I've already tried to capitalize on one or two of them. From a Celtic point of view, it's mainly blown up in my face, sadly, because the Celtic transfer department just can't close a deal. But I'm very much open to exploiting some little moves that maybe happen quite quickly and trying to reinforce the gallery for it. When it comes to in-season rare, like I said, I've not got much of an appetite to chase down these champ leagues with the Celtic footprint I've got in Challenger already. It feels like with those ones, I'm maybe a wee bit more inclined for Road to Glory stuff and all the rest of it to do that at Limited. We've already got a Braze. I'd love to get the rest of those Sociedad midfielders, but in season, you can't play the free mids, and that would just be who you playing in team one out of the two of them. You know, it'd be too much. Yeah, Cheremiti, I've seen that he's on his way to Rangers as well as Derek Cornelius of Marseille. So they're all meant to be on their way to the blue side, the bad side. We've had Joseph Bursic moved to Portsmouth. What league is Portsmouth in? I don't think they're Championship. Oh, they are Championship. So we're talking about cheap Contender players. Bursic's a goalkeeper. Fabian Rieder to Augsburg. Crispum. Adam Mayer. That could be good. On a Wayu going to Magdeburg. Nico Gonzalez to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid. Simeone is just... he just wants to be the Argentina manager, doesn't he? He's just begging to be the Argentina manager. That's a good move. Serie A, but... Or, well, yeah. He'll get cards at Atletico, won't he? Julian Weigl going to Red Xland. Upolu been linked to Toulouse. Alan Brown to Sunderland. That could be a really good Contender move. I think, was he not good for Sunderland last year? He's just been transferred out, hasn't he? They've just bought too many good players. No, he didn't really play last year. This doesn't see. Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. Depends what Alan Brown shows up, doesn't it? Could be all right. Sinistera going to Brazil. Cool. Mackenzie Kirk. He's got a rookie card, doesn't he? Mackenzie Kirk. Who did Mackenzie Kirk play for again? St. Johnson or something? Yeah, it's St. Johnson. Ian's in the chat, Josh. He'll be able to tell you all about him. Looks the part. And that's Pompey. That's Portsmouth. No in seasons available for him. I wonder why. Yeah, he's just not had in season cards, so he's classic only. Interesting. Anthony Tibet's is mega, isn't it? Ah, Brown. Ever present at Preston. Nice. That could be good for Borough. Restes has went to Gala. Is that why they've signed the other keeper? Oh, you got relegated, Ian, of course. Sorry, man. Sorry. Slap me now. Sorry, Ian. Don't need to keep a hold of those things. There's a bit of chat in the Telegram group. I'm just trying to keep it across everything. Oh, it's just people trying to make shaky offers. Yeah. Feels like the Austrian league has been ripped apart, hasn't it? With all the moves leaving. Vipotnik. I know you're just trying to get me to look at him so people buy his card. Look at it. Vipotnik. It's Swansea. That's why this guy doesn't get much airtime. Harry Trades doesn't like the Swansea, does he? He's all right. Slovenia? Yeah, international scores aren't up to much, sadly, compared to domestic. Looks all right, but... yeah. Of course we have. Of course we have. I think he rejected that earlier today. Don't think Martinez wants to go to Turkey. I think he wants to go to like Man United, or he wants to move up in his career. Don't think he wants to move sideways or backwards. Because if Villa, like, he's had a great career, obviously, but see, for him now, I know he's played Champions League with Villa, don't get me wrong, but he's going to want to go to the next level with his career, and Galatasaray's not that, you know. Turkey's not that. I think he's going to want, I say, to move up in the Prem, and I say move up with all due respect to Aston Villa. You all know what I'm saying when I mean that. You all know what I mean when I say that. 110 of these here. I love it, guys. We're getting close to the 50, like Mark, the magic number. We're after 67. Keep them coming. But yeah, I'm surprised Man United haven't pushed for him a bit more. I don't know if the price is what's putting them off. But yeah, it feels like it should be that type of move he goes for. Or I've always thought like Juve have been really struggling for goalkeepers. They got Di Gregorio recently, but yeah, David Datro Fofana. £40 in season rare. Go away. Yeah, go away with that. Classic's only badly priced, but I'm not interested in. Yeah, I did see Sudakov to Benfica. Mad move, isn't it? Mad move. 41 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago. Yeah, we've just been a wee bit late to that, haven't we? 15, 20 quid for that would have been a lot better. I'd have got that at that price, but it's just moved a wee bit too far away from me now. I've got the money there for it. I could get it, don't get me wrong. And if he does sign for Celtic, I'm sure 40 quid, I'll be kicking myself and not pulling the trigger on it. But I've already pulled the trigger on players of that standing and price point. I'm going to say 3 times too many. Between the Dolberg at 43, the Bovine at 30, the Gillert at 16. Balikwisha has worked out. That's fine. But then, yeah, Vardy at 6 quid. And I think there was somebody else. Briam. And I think I gave away quite a bit for the Briam, actually. Who I no longer care about. Yeah, gave away maybe a wee bit too much for that in hindsight. Santi Rodriguez, by the way, talking about cheap contender players. He's got in-season NYC cards, £7 and £8. Look at his form recently. He's coming into the team. Now, check the Brazilian calendar, because I'm not sure how long's left in the season, but if Santi Rod is going to come good, £7 for an in-season, there's a lot worse ways to spend money. Yeah, you're probably right there, Ronnie. I just don't see him going to Galatasaray, essentially. And yeah, Portsmouth with the double swoop there. Bursick and Mackenzie Kirk. Adam Murphy, if anyone cares. Bovine is now a Bundesliga player. Does that lift his price? Probably not. But he's playing in the Amiri team, actually, isn't he? So that's not too bad. Almost 120 of he's here live and loud with his guys. Love to see it. Love to see it. Smash the like button. Support the show any way you can. And Gala are going for Costa from Porto. Yeah, I think that could be a good one for them. And for Costa, that's like that's one of those kind of lateral moves where he's just going into a new environment and testing himself. And If he shows up good at Gala, he probably then walks into like a top 5. Like he should walk into a top 5 league now, but it feels like the goalkeeper market is very congested right now. And maybe similar to Trubin, he needs a move to just one of those other teams in the sphere. Dark mode. Okay. Is that up here? No. There we go. Happy with that? Just these flaming adverts. We need to get rid of them, don't we? But yeah, some interesting moves going around. And yeah, this is Kiwior. I think he went somewhere like that. Exactly. It's all about your talisman, isn't it? Johan Wisses at Newcastle. And Kiwior, we can just check that out. Kiwior. Almost done to Porto. That will be a very good card at Porto. Very good. How good is Porto's team? They've done some good business this window, by the way. Porto might be a sneaky stack, by the way. Maybe a wee bit under the radar. I don't know how they're priced right now, but if they do lose Costa, that kind of throws the goalkeeper situation up. But if you get Kiwior in that defence, I think Bednarek will be a really solid defender in that division. Varela, Gruric, Rodrigo Mora, some of these guys we know are decent. But yeah, Borja Sainz, Fro Holt, Gabby V. You've got 3 really high caliber mid choices there. Samu, I think, is expected to go, isn't he? Harry was pointing out this Willian guy to me, William. And then if they add in somebody else they're linked to, isn't there? But I think Porto have got a sneaky, powerful stack. Yeah, I seen that. Doesn't really fill me with confidence. Saganikov, by the way. Why don't Celtic go for Saganikov? Who's linked to him? He's not going to choose Celtic over some of those teams, sadly. Is he just the nick we're in at the moment? Let's put a wee plea post out. Celtic. I beg you. Try this. All these guys. There we go. Who cares about wages? Just pay him. Beltran close to signing it. What the hell are Valencia doing? Beltran? Why? 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 Oh, Lucas Beltran. That could be good, actually. I thought it was Beltran, the midfielder. That could be good. I like that Beltran. He's not great. Is he better than Hugo Duro? I don't really think so, but Lucas Beltran. Yeah, no win seasons because he's in Italy. Mate, we are packing. That's the real problem here, Sorare Holland. We've got like 100 million in the bank. Like, that's Celtic's problem, is we've got too much money and the people don't want to spend it. We are loaded, mate. We could do anything we wanted, but the people that run our club act like we're poor. Which, you know, there's something to be said for that, but we've been doing it for like 15 years, and now the amount of transfer money that we get in and the amount Champions League money pays out, like, there's just no... That's the real reason that it's getting to boiling point with fans right now, because there's genuinely no excuses. We've got a new training ground. We've spent the money. We're building a youth academy. It's halfway done at this point, and there's nothing you can really do with the stadium that's that expensive where you would need all that money for it. So yeah, we can afford that. No problem. Like, no problem. I think anyone would prefer Siganikov over Lukebakio. Lukebakio is mid at best. Like, he's not a Champions League level player. He's been gashing Italy. Yeah, I'm not too convinced he'll be that much better in Spain, to be honest. But I like that better for Valencia than Fran Beltran. So it's just like, where do you play him? Yeah, man, we've got, like, see all the money that we spend. This is something I normally do on the Celtic show, but if you look at our net spend, it's fucking zero all the time. Squad valued at 138 million. Long. Can we do all transfers? All transfers. So we're 14 million up in this window, which is just hilarious, isn't it? If you go back to the last window, even though we spent a lot, we're still 10 million up last year. This doesn't include all the residuals that Celtic pick up. Like, going to Stuttgart. Celtic are getting like 5 million for that. We got 5 to 10 million for Frimpong sell-ons. Matt O'Reilly, blah, blah, blah. Kyogo, I don't think there was any sell-on fee for him. The year before, we spent some money, but we still made 18 million the year before. The year before that, every year, we don't spend money. We don't actually spend any money. This year here, we're minus 25, but that's with Jota being reported at 16, which was part of the money we had to pay Benfica when we sold him to Saudi. So we only actually spent 6 on him at the time. So that's 10. That's not 10 million out of whack, essentially. And there might be an outgoing thing here that's not accounted for properly. Or maybe I'm mistaken. But anyway, this window we spent a little bit. We were minus 15 or something in this window. With signing Carter Vickers, who was on loan the year before, we just flipped to make that deal permanent. So again, you're taking our 7 million off of that window because we technically kind of got him in the window before, didn't we? So again, we've spent money in that window, but it's nowhere near what's reported there. The window before that, when we bought Kyogo, we made 11 million that window because we sold. Who did we sell that window? Odson Edward to Palace, Christopher Ayer to Brentford, Ryan Christie to Bournemouth, Fakun Bayo to Genk, Jack Hendry to Ostend. And this is the sort of transfer business that like Ajax, Benfica, all these guys do, but they actually reinvest it. They actually go and try and make the team better. The year before that, we made 2 million, no big shakes, but this was a really bad window. This was the worst window in living memory, where we lost the 10 in a row. It's a very forgettable one for all Celtic fans. And even if we go to the season before that, we made 7 million. Even though we spent 8 million on Julian, 4 million on Polish Paddy, Ismail Assoro, 2 million quid. Wild. Neil Lennon transfers. We sold Tierney for 27 million. Lewis Morgan to Miami for $500,000. And then we lost a lot of guys to free transfers, a lot of big wages off the books in that summer. So yeah, man, we are packing. Celtic could have bought Dumbarton. Big time. Yeah, so that's the thing Celtic are scared of. That's the thing they're really scared of, to be honest with you, and I get that, but you've got to move forward at some point. City to Donnarumma is done. Until now. Yeah, this window is worse this window is worse because of the lack of activity, whereas that window was terrible because we signed Albiana Jetty for 5 million euros and Barkas for 6. And what do the club accounts run at? A massive profit, mate. Celtic has got 50,000 season tickets. And whenever you look at like Celtic merch revenue, I don't know if we'll see the thing I was hoping for, but whenever you see like merchandise reports, we're always in the top 20 of the world world. Like, we sell more shirts and merch than just about anyone. Merchandise. $46 million income to rank amongst Europe's best. Commercial revenue recorded by Celtic. Some of it's from UEFA. I don't think that's really what I'm after. Merchandise revenue. So Celtic stadium operations, 50 million. Merchandise, shirts and kits, 25 million. Multimedia and other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, we are massive. And I know people hear Celtic fans saying that and go, oh, you're just saying that because you won the European Cup in the 60s. That's a bit of it, but Celtic is literally like one of the biggest in every metric except for TV money. We're in the top 20, top 30 of like everything. I was just stumble from bad to worse. Yeah, fair enough. Still got the family in the scouting network. What's that? Sorry. The family in the scouting network. That's not happening now. Mara's going somewhere else. He is going somewhere else in France, I think. He's going to Auxerre. He's leaving Strasbourg, isn't he? Auxerre. Yeah, he's now going to Auxerre. Yeah, I'm going to do a stream for MFL tomorrow. Mate, it is. There's just no denying it. I just showed you Celtic top 20 in Europe. 7th in the Premier League. Like, that's where we would rank in terms of, this is not TV money. This is everything but TV money. We would be 7th in the Premier League on merchandise sales. So who's going to outsell us? City and United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. And who else am I forgetting? There's 7 merchandise-wise outdone us. Chelsea are expected to push them down the list. Yeah, so Chelsea maybe come into it as well. 55,000 season tickets. The fan base is global. It's a big part of it down to migration and stuff like that, because you get Scottish expats and Irish expats in every country in the world. They all support Celtic. There's Celtic supporters clubs everywhere. There's nothing about Celtic that's not on the biggest scales. It's just the Scottish League and the TV money we get isn't. No, not on the pitch. Not the now, mate. No, not on the pitch. Not on the pitch, Cameron. No. If we were ran by competent people, we could bridge a gap. If you see the gaps that all these other teams are bridging now, they don't have. Let's say if you look at Benfica, I think are quite close to us merchandise wise. Again, Benfica are a massive club, but Benfica, Brugge, Sporting, Ajax, they don't match us. A lot of those clubs don't match us on that stuff, but they smash us on transfer activity. So if we could catch up to them with transfer activity, like, it would bridge that TV money gap that we have. We could very quickly like become a bit of a player again if we had some ambition at the club, I think. Yeah, not on the pitch. Not on the pitch. Well, yeah, each to their own. Each to their own, isn't it? For you guys, it's like picking between Boca and River. For me, you just pick one and you go, I don't really care. You know, that's the one I like for whatever reason. Yes, very frustrated, to say the least. Clips beyond frustrated. We're at Spurs will be up there. Yeah, you're probably right. Spurs, I think they've done really well with Son, haven't they? They've got quite a good global fan base presence now off the back of that, and they tie in with America really well, don't they? So yeah, 7th by Premier League standards, 20 across Europe, and there's some pretty big clubs in Europe that we rub shoulders with when it comes to commercial pool, you know. Which is why, like, and again, you guys might not pay attention to this, but see, whenever you see like all these boards and committees that are controlling the direction that European football is going to move in, the Celtic board are always, somebody from there is always on those committees. And it's like, if you're going to take big clubs outside of the big leagues, you're looking at Celtic, Ajax, Benfica, PSVs, Porto, those types of guys, because they've got big fan bases and history and whatever. Curious to hear your opinion, actually, about the age-old talks of Celtic Rangers and the. So, like, would it be good? Yeah. Would it work? Would we be great and stuff like that? Like, yeah. Like, honestly, like, I don't think there's any question about it. The time to do it is past. Sadly, I don't think it's ever going to happen now. I think the Champions League is. You can see it for yourself the way it's at right now. It's basically a Super League, isn't it? And any further iteration of that is only going to double down into that mode, because UEFA and FIFA want to eat the Premier League's lunch, and I think that will be the vehicle for any of that kind of development. I would put Celtic into the Championship. I would put Celtic into League Two and just say go at it for a couple of years, pay the penance, get to the top league, and then reap the rewards of it. I don't think there's any question that you'd be able to attract players on that journey. Just look at Wrexham, like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I don't really think there's much of a thing about it. Rangers have shown right now, but it doesn't matter how much money you've got. If you're run poorly, you'll never fulfill your potential. And Celtic, kind of on the opposite end of the scale, are proving the same thing, even if you have all the resources. Oh yeah, they're both kind of both proving the same point, aren't they? The current squad, yeah, like the current squad is a weird one. If you're talking about the team that we had last year, we were very close to putting Bayern Munich out of the Champions League, and that's how delicate it is for Celtic and maybe Rangers as well. But like the X Factor players, you've not got depth behind that. You know, we've not managed the team as well as Brugge and Ajax do, where there's like a conveyor belt. So we're really sensitive to getting screwed over, which is where we're at right now. So if you ask me that this time last year, I would say we would be in Prem last year, like upper bottom half, the squad from last year. Yeah, I'd go along with that. Upper bottom half last year because of the goals we would score. I don't think that Taylor would have got done quite a lot, but outside of that, the defence would have been fine. Midfield could have been exposed, but I think we would get goals and we would do well at home. You know, we'd have a good home advantage. Yeah, a combined league like that would be cool. Were they not really close to confirming a Dutch-Belgian league coming out of COVID or before COVID happened? Yeah, I agree, Cows. I agree. And that's what I've been saying in all the Celtic content is you give Celtic 4 or 5 years of the money we just got last year, transformative, you know, for clubs like us. Oh, Cameron, I think you're looking at guys 65 to 70. Yeah, I thought that was happening as well, Clips, but that was like 4 years ago I thought it was happening, and it's just been dead, hasn't it? Ah, okay. I seen like what seemed to be a pretty serious discussion around COVID, maybe before or after, and it felt like, oh, it's happening. You know, it's almost like a semi-announcement. So maybe I just read some clickbait and took it too seriously. That's just down to, like, you'll see with Tony Bloom, that's just down to a wee bit of Scottish pessimism. Everyone else just gives up before trying, kind of thing. You know, Scotland's got a really strong dichotomy in that way of those people who are beaten before they try, and then people that are just like, screw it, I'm going to go for it. You find a lot of those Scottish people are the ones that leave Scotland, because Scotland, I wouldn't say it's an oppressive place, but it's a very, like, the default is negative. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Or he's a fucking idiot, or you know, that's like the default. But there is lots of Scottish people and lots of parts of Scotland that's the opposite of that. It's quite bright side, quite ambitious, quite forward thinking, quite innovative. But you just generally find a lot of those Scottish people make money and leave. You know. Oh, Patson Daka. I can very much get behind that. Big fan of Patson Daka. Brendan knows him. This is a Brendan phone book saving us, isn't it? But his injury record isn't something that fills me. Played for Kafu Celtic in Zambia. That's funny. Keeping my eyes open next year. No one jumps to mind yet. That's just, yeah, I think, oh, Kaladzic, that would be fun. Dane Scarlett, no thanks. Meulu, no thanks. Yeah, I don't know if that's a real one, if you're just throwing that at me. Due to Bayern. I've not seen that. Oh, wow. As soon as he gets good and challenger, he's been on fire. McBride's went and bought his... Did McBride buy his unique or something? Saggio. Is that the guy that... Is Sugio, like the guy that Chelsea bought? Or is that some other guy? SGL. Lookman's still on the move as well. Bremen, Boniface is a fun one. What's happened to Boniface, by the way? Oh, actually, I think I know what's happened to... Have you seen his knee? I'm sure it's Boniface anyway. Yeah, look at that. Look at Boniface's knee. Doesn't that just look... Oh, this is a different guy. Look at that. So Boniface with that knee is away to Werder Bremen. SGL. Let's check him out. SGL. 105 of you here joining us live and loud. Smash the like button, guys. Keep it popping. Oh, Ricardo SGL. 32. Cheap as chips. And he's going to Fatih in Turkey. It's wild, isn't it? I always forget he was at Bodo. I kind of discover it whenever I'm looking at his profile. So I did know it, but I forget it very often. Oh. I think he's been linked to... I think he's been linked to Celtic, Arsenal, and somebody else for a while. Celtic are always sniffing around these guys out of Ireland, but we've just not really got our hooks in it properly. Oh, really? There you go. That might have been it. But yeah, that knee looks like a butcher's dog has been about it. But yeah, this guy could be good if he in-season card, nice and cheap defender. If he goes to Turkey, good calendar. If he plays, doesn't take much for it to be a success, does it? King Manu's the last deal that we've got on the transfer marked page. And we'll go back and we'll check this little so far transfer. Oh, I really like that, by the way. Martin Satriano is a super rare that I won by accident. I didn't, not by accident, I won him. And so the only reason I know him is by accident. This guy is good. This guy is very good. He's been at really rubbish teams, but for the most part. Inter Milan, I think, spent a lot of money on him. And is like a striker, is like a target man, is a leading man that runs the line. That's a good move. That is a good move. France has opened up some really nice opportunities that I've just not... If I got O'Reilly quicker and Edward, Martin Satriano, it could be some nice... It's not bad for a guy like that, but it's just... I don't know how confident I am on Lyon, period. But that could be really good. I really like that guy. He's a really good player. Has a lot about him and has been at bad teams, so hasn't had a full potential. Mikatuadze to Villarreal. Wow. That is mega. He should do very well there. He is priced like he's still in France, I think. I don't think it will change his price too much going to Spain. But Villarreal play a sort of football that suit him. And yeah, I think that's a great move. If you're a holder, that's a good one. I've not seen an update on Shiramiti to Rangers. I've not seen an update there. Benfica have signed an 18-year-old from Roma. That's fun how they've done that, isn't it? He's completed a medical. Big Victor, so good, man, wasn't he? Frankfurt are now confident in completing Osula. Option to buy at 20. Jesus, man. Hoyland and Napoli, official statement incoming. So yeah, tons is going on, guys. Where did Aguerd moved? Aguerd went to Marseille. Ben, you're confirming the Fofana thing? He was alright. Who was he at? Burnley or something? He was alright. I'm getting sent this in group chats. Simon Murray. Imagine, by the way. Honestly, now that I have a decent sized-ish gallery, moneyballing is going to be fun. Yeah, you've took a while, XD, right? It's been a nice, slow, methodical kind of build up with you, and you've got really nice profiler cards. How long will MLS cards stay in season if the players move to another league? Until MLS cards come back out. Yeah, so when MLS cards come back out, and yeah, that's when they'll retire out. So when these MLS guys that have moved, like we've seen today, Utvik has went back to Norway. He is Norwegian, isn't he? When I say back, yeah. So he's £6. He'll do really well there, won't he? And if we look at one of his cards, it will just say in season, but he'll lose that when, yeah, it just says in season. Next time Vancouver cards come out, which is going to be like March, something like that. That's when he'll lose it. Yeah. Just dock someone's number, did I? Oh, crap. Sorry. I don't even know whose number it is. It's a group chat, but oh, crap. I'm going to need to fuzz that out. Going to know anyone? Don't be a wido. At Molda. Datro was fantastic. Ben, I know you're in Scandinavia. Molda and me don't have a good history. Celtic and Molda don't have a good history. Yeah. I should have got one. I wish I got one of these ones. I'd have been all over it, but alas. Somebody's took an instant buy. It's up to 50 quid now. Oh, yeah. What address did I leak again? Was it my house or the studio? They're holding firm. They don't want to sell him. Lilypad Gaming, Tuneki. And the price that we're submitting for him is like the same price that Bream moves for. Yeah. That's the way it's sounding. We should just go after Bream and just swallow our pride. Save me having to move on that classic. I think it was the studio. Yeah, I think it was too. Oi. Hey guys, we're in the final furlongs of what we'll be hanging out and talking about today as we get to the final hour of the transfer deadline, window deadline itself. Shanvo is signed for Palace. That'll be the Guy replacement in. Brugge rejected on Yadika in the last minute. Panathinaikos has signed Dessers. Blue X for him. Some good moves happening. Nothing coming through Transfer Centre yet. Deadline moved to Thursday for the next game week. Yeah, I think so too. But just swallow your pride. Celtic can phone them up again. Interesting. So do we have a little Sorare notification for that then? Or is that on Sorare itself? Yeah, fair. I'm definitely been optimistic with the Saganikov thing, but come on, man. We're running out of options. Got to buy somebody. Since there are no matches between Tuesday and Thursday, we're moving the game week deadline to Thursday. This gives you more time to set your lineups. So does that mean that the game week is one day? We've had that before. That's interesting. So will we still get the The close of the deadline. When does this deadline close? Yeah, it should still be tomorrow, eh? Kevin Nisbet to Donson. Who's Donson? I can't remember, but do clubs still announce players well into the night? Yeah. So Scotland, the transfer window for us closes at 11 o'clock tonight. But for England, it closes in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, sometimes there's a case of like, if by the deadlines that I've just said there, they've got some paperwork in saying we're about to confirm a deal, but we're just crossing some T's and dotting some I's, then the FA will honour registration for like 24 hours, 48 hours if they've received the deal sheet or something like that by Aberdeen, Nisbet to Aberdeen. So yeah, there will still be a bit of that. Not really England as much because their deadline's at a sociable hour. So you'll kind of know their rumblings. There won't be any surprises. But in Scotland, we could get mad surprises at 10:30, 11:15, and wake up in the morning and see someone that we didn't know about from the night before or whatever, you know, when we all went to bed. Rewards tomorrow still. Nice. And more essence for the arenas and better lineup predictions is sweet. Yeah, I like that, Peter. I'm with you there. 116, 120 of you joining us live and loud, guys. What a show we've had. An hour and 40 minutes is absolutely flown in. I did say I would need to leave latest 6 o'clock because I need to go take the kid to football training. So thanks to everyone that has tuned in. We've had a good show so far. You have been fantastic at keeping me up to speed with some of the rumours and some of the runners and riders that's going along. But we are only on 57 likes, guys. We need to get to 67. We had Aaron in here earlier on who gifted 5 memberships, which is fantastically generous. And thank you very much. We've had a lot of gifted memberships on the channel over the last week. I think Josh Tilley did the same last week as well. And for all the members, we do gallery reviews every Thursday, as well as build the giveaway lineups for the weekend. So we do a wee bit of lineup building preview action with you guys. We've got a Telegram group. Telegram's just like WhatsApp and Discord, but way, way better. And we've got lots of other content features and bonuses as well. So thanks to everyone for the support on that. Whether you are a member, whether you pick up a membership, whether you get a gifted membership, it's £1 a week, £4 a month. And as soon as you become a member, there is thousands of hours, thousands of exclusive Sorare content that's behind the members in the clubhouse, as it were. So great bang for buck. It's all done through Google Play, Apple Play, however you pay for stuff on your phone. You don't give me your bank details or any of that nonsense. It's all done through them. And it all goes directly to supporting me in the channel. So sincerely, whether you're just hitting the like button, whether you just hit subscribe, whether you just come into the live chat and drop a fist bump, or you go all the way to getting a season ticket, becoming a member, I am eternally grateful for every single bit of all the support that we get here on the channel. Liking and reposting all the stuff on Twitter, everything, guys. Honestly, thank you very much for all the support that we do get on the channel. It really does mean a lot. And I just realised we were on my lineups here. Nobody cares about that for the now. We're here to look at the transfer deadline day news fly in. Man United's NAB sending Lamans. Bayern seal Jackson's deal. Donnarumma in for City. Yeah, not too buzzing about that. Fafana, absolute journeyman. And yeah, I seen the Rock's going viral because he's not been taking steroids for 2 months or something. Is he slimmed down or is he just wearing a huge shirt? Anyway, who cares about that? Harry, what a guy. Right, let's check this out. Do I have any more movement? No. Do I have any more movement over here? We do. Siobhan Weisman, free agent from Granada. Zanoli to Udinese, if anyone cares about that. Fatawu Sulemana on loan to Bologna. Yunus Musa to Atalanta. That could be fun. And also we covered the Villarreal acquisition of Mikatuadze. I don't know. D1872. Yang deal collapsed. Wow. Celtic are just a joke, man, at this point. We'll be getting the Sharks back out. Scroll back up to the Rock. I need to weigh in on the weight loss chat. Okay. Oh. For you, was it? Was it in for you? Yeah, okay, way in. Let's hear it. Let's talk. Like, his head definitely looks like it used to be on a much... Yeah, his shoulders are kind of smaller, aren't they? I see, I did think maybe his clothes are just mad baggy. Maybe just because his head and his face is used to going on something wider. It's a bit silly, doesn't it? I don't think he really looks that different, really. Not eating all those brownies or whatever he was up to. 6 months off the roids. Reported by Scotland Sky. Was that the breakdown of Yang? Looking to make my return into the training pitch this week, Mikey Baston. What a road to recovery that's been, mate. GG's. Looking forward to hearing all about it. Guys, we're at 62 likes. I hate to be annoying, but can we please get to 67 before we end the show today? It really would mean a lot. It's the magic number. And it means we're all going to get good luck. We're going to get those unexpected transfer surprises that make us all a lot better. Yeah, well done, Mikey boy. Congratulations to you. Geek, medical completed. Yeah, it's going to be a busy couple of hours for sure. Hour or two. England have got to get their deals done, and then everyone else has got their English money to go and spend on non-English players on fair prices, you know. So there's tons of that going on, which will be interesting to see. Trying to think if there's anything else I was interested in capitalising upon myself. I don't think there's really been anything, really, for the most part. I just need to shift some guys out now. That's partly my problem. I've bought Celtic guys, and then they've not really became Celtic guys. I kind of bought this Baptiste Santa Maria, and I've bought like one or I might even just jack that. I've been talking about doing it at limited with these type of things rather than rare. So I maybe do that. I don't know, and just give up on champion season with the rares, and just target more the region I'm in. I'm thinking that's what I'll do, but I don't know. I'm always, you know me, guys. I'm always up for a sneaky way into a good strategy. And yeah, I'm not too sure in season. I'll need to respond to some of those Twitter comments. Let me pray. There we go. Fulham agree a deal for Kevin. So Fulham have made a deal this window. Celtic want Benson on loan. No. Rabiot to AC Milan. I don't know, Rico, man, but Liverpool, I know there's like, the Coutinho money's been dragged out, but Liverpool haven't really... Arne Slot didn't do anything last summer or January, you know, so they've got like a full window of no activity there, don't they? They have had like Darwin leave, and I'm sure there's been one or two other bits and bobs. They're trying to get Elliott out the door, aren't they? Trent is left, you know, so they've got a lot of credit in the bank, I think. And they make a lot of money as well, which makes it easier for the bigger club to flex that muscle versus a Newcastle or a Villa. So I think it stacks up. I think. But yeah, Satriano, Mikatawadze. Yeah, if Mikatawadze's left, that probably makes Satriano kind of nailed. I don't know if that's a move I want to get involved in necessarily. The international break is going to be a really good time to like take a pause and see what everyone's moved around to. Rabiot to AC Milan, Broby to Sunderland is done. Yeah. Celtic are just going to be so weak in the window, aren't they? They're just going to get some second-rate dross. Why don't we go and get Timo Werner? Let's go and get Timo Werner, Celtic. Come on. He's desperate for a move. broke the transfer record twice and still less net spend than Arsenal. Wow. Liverpool, that is. Cal's great. Great alpha there, as Harry likes to call it. Yeah, Werner would do. Werner would tear the SPFL up. Go and get Timo Werner. Can we start that rumour? Will we troll? Will we say my sources have told me? We'll make a rumour up and see if people bite. I know it was a free transfer, but he relieves a lot of wages, and like in terms of like what you can pay, it's an element. I know they didn't make money on that, but they got 10 million out of Real by the end, didn't they? Like, will we just start a Timo Werner to Celtic rumour and see if Celtic take it on board and just go with it? Ian Addis, yeah, we caught. Yeah, come on, you were here for that bit. I thought. So, will we do it, guys? Let's vote in the chat. Will we make up a rumour? Yes. No. Just for some fun. Will we do it? Will we do it? Oh, did you recommend? Sorry. Let's keep Liverpool being the plucky underdog. You are all saying yes. Keep the votes coming. This will be our last action of the show today. We've got 64 likes. We need to get to 67. Come on, guys. And if we can get at least 20 votes in, I'll know it's a good sample size then. Builders reporting that Klosterman, Campbell and Werner will not leave the club this window. I suppose they've just let Openda go, haven't they? I don't know if we could do that one. It's not really believable. Yeah, so let's look at the Leipzig squad then. If they've let Sesko and Openda go, is Werner having a comeback? I want the Charlie Adams story. So we've got enough likes. I'll tell it. So I did my UEFA B license initially at Largs, which if you're Scottish, you'll know all about the lot, all the jibber jabber that goes along with that. And it was like a really big group, lots of ex pros, like really good ones. I had like Manish and Costinha. I worked with them. I was in groups that I was like talking with them the whole. I got right next to them for like 2 weeks or a week, 10 days, however long you're in there for, along with Whitaker, Sam Parkin, who some of you will know. Anyway, and then you go away and then you come back and do your test. And then when I came back and did my test, it was in St Andrews, and the only pros that were in the group with me, because when you go and do your test, there's also other people that have just started like this year's course, and like the test is from last year's starting course, if that makes sense. It's a 1 year thing. And anyway, I was in a group with O'Day and Charlie Adam, and the thing I had was striker movement. So when you're doing striker movement, so the way the drills work or the way the system works then, it's probably changed a little bit, but you do a component 1, which is a one-way drill. Like there's one goal, there's one thing. You then do a component 2, which is like a two-way activity. So there's an element of defending and attacking something. And then you do a phase of play. And the component 1 should build into component 2. And component 2 should then be able to go into a phase of play. So ball is here, and then we do stuff. Yes. I wouldn't call him fat. He was quite proud to tell us when he was talking to the Champions League winners that he's played and won cup finals in Hampden and Wembley. He was quite chuffed about that. Really nice guy. You're right. They do have Ramsack up front. I know that's not what you're saying, but that's a joke from earlier. But who is their forward options? Romulo and then Werner, really, isn't it? Okay, was he? Fair enough. He wasn't when I met him. And anyway, so I go there to do my test, and my thing's striker movement, right? And for any you will be able to understand this very easily, right? But when you're doing the drill and you're setting up the thing, distribution service is really important to the drill, or to the move, So you're talking about, my system was 4-3-3 because you only had there was only like 4 systems you could choose for the test. I was a 3-5-2 guy back then, or 3-4-3. But anyway, I had to do 4-3-3. So I can't remember precisely what the move was, right? The component 1 went fine. The component 2, you're then starting to talk to the players a bit more, and you're telling them what to do and everything. And Darren O'Day, for the first like 10, 20 minutes, I couldn't remember his name, but I knew. I'm like, he used to play for Celtic. He's a centre back. Obviously, I could hear him talk, so I knew he was Irish. I just couldn't remember his name for about half an hour. So he was being really nice, and like, I was saying like, you go here and da whatever. But then so when we were doing the component 2, so it's like a game state, I was saying to Charlie Adam, right? So Charlie, on this team, it's really your job to, when you get on the ball, you're going to play it to him, or you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And he just looked at me with that Charlie Adam face, like, and I'm like really close to him. We're on the training pitch, and I'm going up to him to like, this is your instructions, and this is what we're doing. And he just looked at me like, I didn't know, like, just, you can imagine the face. And he said something that didn't say anything nasty. It wasn't nasty to me in that interaction, but he said something that was kind of somewhat dismissive, or made me feel shit, basically. And then we did the phase of play thing. Now, when you do the phase of play and you're on the UEFA B, or you're on any of these things, you need to stop it. You need to come in and you need to coach. You need to come in and say, this was wrong, do that. Or that was a really nice variation. Or next time, try and play that. You need to come in and interact with the players, with what's happened in front of you. And that's one of the things that's probably served me quite well in the content, is when you're coaching like that, you can only coach what you see. You can't manufacture a situation. And some coaches like to do that to cheat. Like, like if that guy makes a mistake, it's an easy coaching point, and can set people up for mistakes quite easily, if that makes sense. So I'm coming into the phase of play to do my coaching point, and it's like the thing that we did in the component 2, where I'm like, Charlie, you're the playmaker for the team. You've got that wonderful left foot, Charlie. You've played Premier League. You can do that, whatever. So and he's not done it. He's actually done like the opposite. He's maybe like, rather than I'm telling him to play the left wing from this position, he's maybe just played it to the striker straight away, or done something else, and then it's broke down. So I've come in and I'm coaching him. I'm like, Charlie, no, that's not what we've just done in the last component. We need to do this. We need to do that. And again, it just really, and again, at this point, we all know the situation. I'm on a test. You're here learning the test for next year. Obviously, you're a player and all that, fine. But he fought back with me, and was like discussing it with me. 1 minute. And you know what I mean? Just really hung me out to dry on the whole thing. Like, really screwed me over. It didn't screw me over because I passed, which was cool. But I really thought, what a dick. What a fucking arsehole, you know what I mean? Celtic agree the Hammerby fee, which is more than what Jacob Breen would have cost, so that's funny. Just need to hear the Jamie Carragher story about him. He couldn't trap a ball. Yeah. And he showed up. This was like 10 years ago. He showed up with, like, do you know those BMW supercars that look like an Audi R8? And they've got blue bits on them. He showed up in one of them, and it was the first time I'd seen one in person. It was brand new. Like, it was like the first time I'd ever seen one, And he's obviously minted and Billy Big Boys. He's got a few good contracts under his belt. But honestly, it was, I couldn't believe that. Whereas Darren O'Day, whenever I was like, oh, Darren, when I remembered his name finally, he was like, like very, yes, sir, and was really happy to just let you do your fucking test. You know what I mean? One of these things. But no, it was like black and blue. May have been white and blue, but very striking. You all know the car. It was like the day that came out, practically, or the summer it came out, he had it, and it's very eye-catching. It's very, you're not quite starstruck because it's Charlie Adam and he looks like a potato with 3 teeth, but still, like, it's a Premier League player, you know what I mean? It wasn't long out of Liverpool at that point either, for what that was worth. So that's the Charlie Adam story. Really hung me out to dry. Almost got me to fail my test, but I passed it, which was good. And guys, we're at 66 likes. We need to get one more, guys. I need to take the kid to football training. This has been a blast. We've got some really nice... So we want to start a fake rumour, guys. We've got enough votes there for it. But Timo Werner's not the one. Timo Werner's not the one. Is there one we can do? I'm happy for starting a fake rumour. I don't mind a bit of banter. The Siganikov one isn't going to fly because I've showed my cards with it. In the Telegram group. Oh, we're jumped up to 74. Rico Man done it. Liam Real done it. Love it, guys. Love it. Thanks very much. Telegram group. That's where I'm going to football training with the kid now, so I'll be on my phone. Telegram group. Let's brainstorm a fake rumour we can make and see if we can get some traction that will result in Celtic phoning someone. That's really what we want. That'd be the cheat code. I'll be back to... I might be back live around the 8:30 mark on Celtic here. If I'm not, I might be back live around 10 o'clock on Axom. So there might be some Celtic action tonight. We'll see how it all shakes out with bedtimes and all the rest of it. Thank you very much to everyone that's tuned in today. Thanks for all the likes. It really means a lot. And yeah, stay out of trouble. And I'll catch you later tonight, but definitely tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Oh, Raheem Sterling. Maybe that's what we do.